So we got a call for some kind of a Toyota vehicle.
Today I'm going to show you how to make your own RC driver figure out of a photo or screenshot generated by AI or even by cloning yourself. To do this, you will need access to a 3D printer and some free software. Details and links will be in the description regarding how to and what tools I use. To make the matte driver figure for my Mini Vorbear, I started with this screenshot. It had too much stuff in the background, so I had to do some editing. To remove the background, I used a free trial of Photoshop. It gave me 10 days of use on my iPad. If possible, it is better you use a photo that has a clear definition between the subject and the background, such as this one I took of myself. It is also good to be straight on if possible, to keep the arms and body in proportion. Once you have a good photo, the next step is to go to meshy.ai and upload it. It takes a few minutes to upload. Once done, you can tap the generate button and it will generate a mesh file that you can then export to STL, blend, or other file types. If you would prefer to have AI generate a driver for you, you can use the text feature. You just type in a description of what you want and hit generate, then let Meshy AI do its job. It'll generate a few options from which you can choose. The next step is to pose your driver figure. To do this, I used Blender. Blender is another free tool that is very powerful and a little complicated to learn. I ended up taking some notes that I would use over and over after watching a number of YouTube videos. Links to the YouTube videos I learned from are in the description. The process in Blender is to go into edit mode and mark the lines where you want to be your scenes. Then you go into a sculpt mode, and in that point you can move the arms around and even the head and other things that you would like to do with your driver figure. In Blender you can do a trunk cut, or if your slicer allows it, you can do it there. This is an image of me cutting one of my driver figures at the trunk so it would fit well into the car. Finally, it's time for printing. This can be an iterative process because it's hard to tell what size your driver figure needs to be in the slicer. So I usually print a rough draft first, and then once I have the size just like I want it, then I'll change the settings to print it in a more detailed fashion. I print in PLA, and that takes acrylic paint really well. I just use a nice brush and some cheap paints from Walmart. I also like to put a clear coat on it from time to time. To mount the driver in the car, I either like to use magnets or I will just glue them to the body in a few places. Please remember to look at the description for links to how-to videos and to the tools that I used. I hope you found this video interesting, maybe even inspiring. Hopefully your builds will be 11% better. And as Matt would say,
I think that's enough for this week. Thanks for watching.